Hi everybody and welcome back to my reactions. Today we are checking out Lethal Weapon 3, the third movie, obviously Lethal Weapon 3, in the Lethal Weapon franchise, and I can see right off the bat that Danny Glover and Mel Gibson have returned. I mean, I'm guessing that they're always going to be in the movies because it's their franchise and it wouldn't really be Lethal Weapon without them. But anyway, I'm still glad that they're back. I loved their chemistry in the first Lethal Weapon and in the second Lethal Weapon. I can also see that Joe Pesci is back. I really liked him in the first movie. I thought that he could be annoying if overused, but I thought they used him to the right amount, so he wasn't annoying, so he was like a very funny character. I'm glad they didn't overuse him. That's what I'm kind of worried about in this movie. I'm hoping they don't overuse his character because, like I said, I feel like if he's in a lot more scenes, or a couple more scenes even, he might start to get annoying and start to get on my nerves just because of how the character is. Yeah, anyways, I do not know anything about this movie at all. I have not read the description. I can only see the poster, and of course it has Danny Glover, Mel Gibson, and Joe Pesci on it. I don't know what the story of this movie is about. I only know the length of this movie. I know that it is 13 plus, or I guess 14 plus. It was made in 1992, and that is it. Oh, and Mel Gibson at some point drives a police motorcycle, a police bike, because that is on the screen grab that my streaming service gives me. But yeah, I'm very excited to get in. I'm hoping that they delve into Riggs's psyche a little bit more. His story so far has been really interesting. His dealing with grief, with kind of this dark past that he had, this trauma that he had, and how Roger has helped him through that. I'm really hoping they develop that a little bit more. I'm hoping they develop Roger's character a little bit more. It felt like Lethal Weapon 2 was definitely more of Riggs's movie than Roger's movie, so I'm hoping maybe this movie is more Roger's movie so that it's kind of equal, and then the fourth one can be both of them again. I don't know. I just kind of want to see Roger's family a little bit more, even though the kids might be too grown up now to have them in the movie. I still would like to see his family life more, or at least just delve into his character a little bit more than the second one did. Also, I wonder, I don't know what they're going to do with this movie, because I heard that Shane Black, someone told me this, I think, if I'm getting this wrong, I'm sorry, but I heard that Shane Black wanted to kill Riggs at the end of the second one, and so that really wide shot at the very end of the movie was actually a shot of Riggs dead, and then they changed it at the end, or the studio didn't like it or something like that. But that would have been a really good ending for Riggs, so I'm excited to see where this one goes, because the original writer of the movies didn't want this movie to happen, or at least didn't picture this movie to happen. Maybe he did want it to happen eventually, but he didn't envision this movie to happen. So I'm hoping it's good. I'm going to go into it hoping it's good, and just going to enjoy it for what it is. Probably an action movie. I'm hoping there's some good jokes, some good laughs, some great chemistry between the two characters. I know Mel Gibson and Danny Glover have amazing chemistry together, so I'm not really worried about that. I'm just a little worried about the writing and the plot, but I guess we'll figure that out when I watch the movie. Before we start the movie, we're going to do the lighting, so let's get into it quickly. Let me just turn on my light, and then we'll obviously get into the lighting. Boop! Nice. Okay, so I think I'm going to go red again for Lethal Weapon, just because the title is red. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do the red. I'm going to do more of an orangey red, if I can do that. It didn't really change. It didn't really look like it changed, but it's more of an orangey red, because on the poster, Danny Glover's character Roger is wearing this beautiful, it's kind of an ugly tie, but it's a beautiful red tie. So in honor of his red tie, and the title is in red as well, but that doesn't matter that much. In honor of his red tie, the lighting is red. But before we get into this movie, if you'd like to watch more of my reactions, you can go to my Patreon, where I have uncut reactions to many of the movies I watch on YouTube, as well as early access reactions that come out 1 week early to my Cobra Kai shows and to all of the movies on YouTube. There are also 2 exclusive Patreon movies a month that you guys on Patreon get to choose. Thank you so much if you check it out, and let's get back to the video. Okay, let's get into this movie. I'm very excited to start it. This was a very long intro. I'm very sorry about that. So without further ado, Lethal Weapon 3. Oh, already just getting into it. The music. When the stars look down. Woo, whatever this song is smooth. Also, this is gonna be very weird, but I'm sorry for any random sweat that may appear on my body. It is super hot right now. It is like 20 something degrees. Very weird for April, but it's very, very hot, and my window is closed because whenever I'm doing a reaction, my neighbors can hear, so I have to close my window so they can't hear me screaming and stuff. So it gets very hot in my room, so apologies in advance. I hate to say it. Oh, what? That's so cool. The 3 in fire. I didn't expect that. That's really creative.
Riggs, homicide. Nobody's dead. Hey, the night's young. This is Sergeant Murtaugh.
The writing's already going to be pretty good. That first line was really good. Nobody's dead. The night's young. That's good.
Hey, look, there's no bomb in there. It's probably a false alarm.
Oh my god, it's going to explode, isn't it?
Because I got 8 days to retirement, and I will not make a stupid mistake.
Look, there is no bomb.
8 days till retirement? Oh, he's so close.
You really ought to learn to trust your instincts more, Roger.
This ain't Basic Instinct. This is Lethal Weapon. There ain't no instincts in this movie.
Oh my, it's more plastic than Cher. I love this job.
There's more plastic than Cher. Oh my god.
Nearly a catastrophe, huh?
Riggs, man, that was not good. That was a really good pun though, but not good.
What, do you think maybe the red?
No.
It's always a blue wire to red wire. It's cut the green wire.
But after that, they're going to say, let's cut the blue wire, which I'm going to do right now, Roger.
No!
No, I guess not. Well, I'm cutting the red wire, okay?
Wait, the red wire now? He just changed it. You really messed up. You really messed up. Wow. Is that a model or is that a real building that was gonna get demolished anyways? Because that looks pretty real. Coca-Cola! One of the 2 giants have made an appearance in this movie. I love it. That was an amazing scene to reintroduce the characters to the audience. That was so good. So well done, and the dialogue was on point for each character.
See that? See what?
Jaywalking.
Jaywalking.
Jaywalking is so petty if you're gonna find someone for jaywalking.
I'm gonna drill him. We can make it look like suicide. Get out of the way.
You can make it look like suicide? What the heck? That was actually pretty sick. I got this, baby. I got this. I recognize the actor that's driving the stolen car. Or not the stolen car. The robbery vehicle.
Yeah, 24 years. Yeah, 24 years.
Yeah, but it's a worker.
This lady. Some of these stunts are pretty amazing. Oh my god. That one. Like that one. What is this? This lady is amazing. Best character.
Boy, I'm a bit too old for this shit.
Not for me, I'm not sure.
He said the line again. He said the line. Okay, this music as well. I guess I didn't really mention it during the chase, but so good. Like the saxophone is sexy.
No, nothing too fancy, just a little stuff. Hey, it's cute, dog.
The mom's the same, but is the daughter the same? I think the daughter's different.
Brush your teeth.
Hold it, mister.
Wait, no, he looks the same though, because he's the same age. I don't really remember what the kids look like, so I don't know if they're the different actors or not.
See how quiet it is here? Listen. Is that great? Come on. Okay, it's quiet.
I love how not everything stopped. Even the dog stopped at that one moment. Joe Pesci can control dogs. Confirmed.
No, they were gonna buy it. They couldn't even afford the financing.
Oh, shit.
They couldn't even afford the financing.
Get off! Oh, shit. What is it with you?
I love how he just like bullied everywhere because he's so small. I love it. Embarrassing, right? Your dad? So embarrassing. Also, is Riggs just eating cat biscuits?
Word. Word, Riggs. Word, Roger.
Word, guys. Word.
Don't I pay you good? Don't I take care of you?
Sure you do, Jack.
I'm really nervous for this guy. Oh my god, I knew he was gonna die. I said it. I said I was nervous for him. Are you serious?
Jesus Christ.
This poor guy! Imagine dying in cement and then like someone starts renovating the house and they find you. Oh my god. Dude, the music in this movie is so smooth.
Thought that I was in trouble though.
I did.
Real cop, go sit.
Okay, so they are the same actors, just grown up. Okay, I like that they use the same actors.
Okay, you're fired. All right.
What?
Have a nice day.
That's not how it would work. You can't just fire your lead actress while you're shooting. Then you'd have to redo every single scene that you've shot.
She fired?
Yes, she's fired. Is she fired? No. All right, no.
It's all right, baby. It's all right.
Boop, boop. She fired. Boop. It's too funny. The running joke of him eating the cat treats.
Old razor. Old face.
Aww. Riggs really wants Raj to stay, doesn't he? And Raj is I feel like he's very unsure. He's very unsure about leaving.
What are you looking at?
Hey, man. Peace.
Oh, he's covering for him. He's covering for Roger. That's so cute. Coca-Cola again in the background.
Have a look at these. Lovely bullets.
I think he doesn't like the idea of that he's getting old. There's a lot of things in this movie. The shaving, the girdle, the gunfire. It's him kind of coming to terms with himself getting old now, I feel like. Is that getting used at the end of the movie? Probably. They won't just show this without it being used at some point. This guy's an imposter. Oh, who's she? I feel like she's going to be a character, a mainie in this movie. That's why I'm going to call her a mainie, a main character.
As long as I get an invite to the Casa de Murtaugh, I'm happy.
Riggs is so funny.
Take it easy, man. No, baby. This is big.
This is a really good shot. It's very subtle, but it's a really good tracking shot.
He forgot to buckle up.
Yeah, we even cited him for it.
I know, I read your report.
He forgot to buckle up.
What's wrong with Mad Magazine?
Oh, nothing. I used to read it myself.
Oh, well, yeah, you got some taste. You got some good taste.
I mean, Mel Gibson is Mad Max, right? So it makes sense. Mad Magazine, Mad Max.
Bitch.
Hi, Billy.
Oh my god, he's so dead. He's literally gonna get assassinated.
See you, Billy.
A man of little words. A man of little words.
Not really. It's a dead issue, I'm afraid.
Haha, boom. This guy's a good jokester. Put him up for a stand-up comedy routine.
God, be good to me, please.
I don't think he's gonna retire at the end of this movie, just because there's another movie after this.
Excuse me, cute stuff.
It's harassment.
Cute stuff.
Are they gonna...
Captain?
Are they like sort of flirting with each other?
Does that ring a bell?
Travis. Hey, hands off the clothes, okay, baby? Okay.
I love him. I love Leo so much.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. You think I could get a gun this time?
What a cut. What an amazing cut. Also, they're at a Toronto Maple Leafs game. Wouldn't the best seats in the house be like the boxes?
What chips you want?
What?
But I'm going to get chips.
Oh, I want any salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar.
I always like salt and vinegar. That was my brother. We're getting chips. Super exciting. Ah.
Stay where you are. Thank you for your cooperation. Play on, boys.
Oh my god. Eyes on the target. We've got eyes on the target. Go, go, go. Okay, he's wearing a bulletproof vest. Oh, wait. What? He was actually shot?
He shot me. Look at all the blood. It's just a flesh wound.
Yeah, it's just a flesh wound. Monty Python reference. Love it.
I just... I mean...
You know,
I can't believe I got shot.
I'm Joe Pesci. I'm enjoying him way more in this movie than the last movie, to be honest with you. I think I've warmed up to his character.
You don't recognize my face?
No, sir.
Watch.
Leo. He's so good, though. He's so funny. I'm gonna be honest. I really like his humor.
Shit, man.
Oh my god. Is that cocaine? Cocaine? Porta potties, bulletproof. That's good to know that you won't get shot while taking a dump. I bet that's the son too. Oh, no, what if he just killed his son? What if he just killed his son? I can't handle this. I can't handle this. No! I cannot! No! No, 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 no! No! No!
God, don't do this to me.
You're dead, Roger.
Who shot? Was it Roger? Or was it Riggs? Who shot him?
He's Nick's friend.
Okay. Good, it wasn't the son. I'm still not super sure what the son looks like. I thought that was the son. But it's the friend that Nick was with. Oh, okay, that's good. Oh my gosh, I thought it was the son. Still though, that guy died. My reaction stays the same even though it's not Nick. I think that's the son's name. It's still the same because he was a kid.
And I'm sorry, Riggs.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really hard for Roger to deal with this.
I can help you. I really want to help you if you'll let me. Let me. Come on, what do you say? We got a deal.
Yes! Okay, wait, he hasn't washed his hands yet. Wash your hands first.
Wash your hands, Riggs.
Oh! I'm a genius. What did I say? I'm basically her. I'm basically her.
From a police department storage facility before they could be destroyed. I mean, they should be...
15,000?
It all pointed to a cop.
Or an ex-cop.
Right.
Travis.
Travis.
Oh my gosh. These two work really well together. Once they became friends, they work well together too.
What is this place?
I accessed Billy Phil's phone.
My house. But it's a really small dog. But it's a really small dog. Oh, never mind. It's a pretty big dog.
Yes.
Riggs, you're a crazy man. Look how cute it is. Look how cute that dog is. That didn't work. Oh, she's gonna have to save you.
Easy, Hershey. Let's not...
She's gonna come in. Blah, 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 blah.
Get him up.
No, if there's someone else, I really hope she doesn't die. The dog comes in clutch now. Oh, wait. No, she's awesome. Even better.
Get those cases and kill that dog.
No, wait. Did he say kill that dog? Is he talking about the cops as the dog or the dog as the dog?
Wait for the dog. Just hold. Hurry up, come on.
Yes, go. Let's go. Just out of spite. I love it. Oh, what's on there? The Three Stooges.
Right.
Okay, take a little off the top.
Their chemistry is really, really good. Their line deliveries and back and forths, really, really good.
Drake and Crenshaw.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Look at
god.
this. Yeah, same damn thing.
Are they basically just gonna take their clothes off by showing their scars?
If you were that close, I'd be dead.
I can beat it. I can beat it.
This is the weirdest way to take clothes off.
I said don't touch anything.
I knew they were gonna kiss. I knew they were gonna kiss. Riggs always needs to kiss someone in his movies, you know? Well, maybe not the first movie. I don't think he kissed anyone then. Maybe Roger's off screen. She is way better for him than the previous girl who died in Lethal Weapon 2, I feel like. Like, she was fun. I liked her. She works with him. Their chemistry, their personality, everything about them, like, fits like a puzzle perfectly, I feel like. Where's Rogers? I want to see Roger again. Bring Roger back. Bring Roger back. Oh. My chanting brought him back.
I'm sorry. Are you okay? Are you okay? Sit down.
Aww. Riggs punches him and then asks if he's okay.
Please, Rog. Look, that kid was a killer, all right?
This scene is really tragic.
We're partners. We're partners. What happens to
I'm getting chills from this conversation. This is so good.
kids? I love them. They're yours. Trish does my laundry. I live in your icebox. I live.
I got a wife, she's yours.
Forget it, man. I haven't got any problems. I was out of line saying that shit.
I'm so glad they're making up, but this whole scene has been so touching and so upsetting, but good.
I think maybe I slept with someone that I probably shouldn't have.
Ah! Does he think it's his wife?
Oh, I don't know. She has only.
Oh, well, that's okay. That's okay. That's pretty funny. Aw. It's gonna be hard for him to go back to his normal self, though. Will he ever actually? I don't think he will be his normal self, but he'll definitely learn from this experience.
I blame Daryl.
Daryl would have killed your dad, so you can't really blame him for trying to save his life.
What?
Oh, I love their connection, though. We haven't really seen this with his kids, I feel like. I mean, with his daughter in the first movie, sure. But not with his son.
I just don't know.
It's not his fault. You're gonna let him die instead?
Want to do something, Sergeant Murtaugh? You
Bring
find
my
the
son
man
back.
that put the gun in my son's hand.
Oh, I got chills. They don't blame him. They're just angry at him, obviously, but they don't blame him. Oh my god. Why was that so touching? What the heck? Like, when he said that, it was like, chills.
We're just doing a few routine inquiries.
Yeah.
Have you been checked for lumps recently?
Have you been checked for lumps recently?
I said, keep your hands down. Fucking roll it back. Get up. We don't need this.
They're about to just make out while they're interrogating this guy.
No, that's not a nice thing to say to a lady.
Fuck you.
Oh my god. Here we go. Yes. She's female Riggs. Literally female Riggs. Maybe a little bit more morals, but I feel like not right now. I feel like she's literally just the female version of Riggs.
I don't know no Jack Travis.
I didn't say his name was Jack. Hey, you better start telling me more than Jack.
Oh! Giving himself away just like that. Good little catch by Riggs, though. Lady Riggs, that's what I'm going to call her, is awesome. She is so cool.
After watching Lorna handle herself so well.
Lorna is actually the beast. She is the beast. The Kung Fu Panda.
So you whip the head. All right. Go.
I mean, it was pretty beautiful. It was a pretty beautiful kick. It was a pretty beautiful kick. And he did kick something and it worked. Okay, there's a lot of water on the ground. Are you going to pick it up? Yeah, hide. Hide, Roger.
That he's the jam in my jelly roll.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure she knows that he's married too.
A company called Mesa Verde Construction. Just a minute, please. You can't go in there. I don't have a pass.
Their hair is the exact same. It's awesome.
Yeah, with a telescope big enough to see Venus.
I guess all they saw was Uranus, huh?
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Find out all of the information you can, okay?
Okay. You got it? Sure.
He's so easily pleased. I love it so much. He's literally a kid.
Someone giving him Mesa Verde Construction.
If there's any shit there, he'll dig it up, I promise.
It's true though. He's pretty good at just finding information out for no reason. He'll just like stumble upon it.
Oh, right here in my wallet.
You found it? No, you fast, you dummy.
Oh, all right.
Should we take him, Roger? Yeah. Okay, but keep your
Did he just say, do you got protection? And then he was pulled out condoms. Did he just do that? Did it actually happen? What the heck? Oh my god. It's so hot in my room. Like, actually, it's boiling. These camera shots in this movie, some of these like 20-second shots with all the characters just walking around are so well done. So good. Oh, You know, they always warn you about the electric shocks on the train tracks. Never actually seen it before. If this kid dies, I'll be so sad. The kid. Yeah, if this guy dies, he's gonna want to be a hero. No! Was that one of those special bullets?
Happy birthday, kid.
No! Are you serious? He's actually dead? Oh my god. And you're just gonna leave him like that? Don't leave him on his birthday dead. I guess he's dead, but still.
Another baby.
That's me. That's me pretending to be Riggs. Yeah, that's what I said. Another baby. A lot of kids dying in this movie. Well, not like kids, but very, very young people. The music right now is so good. It's so hype. Ugh. What the heck? Is someone actually standing on the front of a train? Oh my god, it looks like he's actually doing it. On the front of a train. Ah, here's the police bike. I have been waiting for it the entire movie. This is so awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was some Fast and Furious stunts. He parted the Red Sea. He parted the car sea. Oh my god, what a shot! Through the smoke. I was actually kind of stressed that he was really seriously injured.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. You okay? I'm okay. Okay.
Oh my god, not the cigarette. Whack it out of his mouth.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Great car chase.
Yeah, what are you doing here, man? What are you doing?
He's the audience. Great car chase. Just amazing chase.
I can't believe you did that. Hey, Rod, I can't believe.
You know what? I don't think he can believe that he did that.
She's not even a good spare.
Yeah, I was wondering where she was.
Go! Let's go! Yeah!
That roll that Riggs just did was very unnecessary. It looked cool. Unnecessary.
Pulley! Exxon.
What? He knows what the taste of different gases are?
What is that, 13, 14? How the hell with it?
What is that, 13, 14? Oh, to hell with it. What a good line. Yeah, burn the houses down. Burn, baby, burn.
The ammo! Get out of here!
Ah, jump away from the explosion. Super cool, like. Woo! Woo! Ah, the car had fireworks in it, too.
Come on in, bitch!
No! No, 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 no. I really hope she doesn't die. I really like Lorna. He just got axed. He got axed in the heart. Are you, what the heck?
Riggs!
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Yay, that guy's dead. Are those are the special bullets, hey? Those are the special bullets. Ex-cop killers. Good little line there. Wait, he's still alive?
Go to hell, Riggs.
Already there, baby.
First.
Oh, even better. You first. I like it. I thought he was gonna say something like, see ya there.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
If she dies, I'm gonna be so mad. The other girl in the second movie was a shock. I actually care. Like, love and care about Lorna. I hope she does not die. Anything's possible, though. It seems like Riggs is just bad luck.
What do you got to lose?
You.
Yes! Yes! They're in love, they're in love, they're in love. No!
Hey, Lorna.
Don't you dare die.
I love you.
He hasn't said that in a long time, I feel like. I love you. Oh my god, powerful words from Riggs. This is like the first movie. This is like the first movie.
Come on, let's let it all out. Come on.
Oh my god, he's not retiring, is he?
But, Dad, I want you to know that I'm behind you all the way.
Yes!
Don't come crying to me if the termites get crying. The termites get. Okay. No more. Okay.
Leo. I love Leo.
I'll show you a fella my age, yeah?
Who's a grumpy bastard?
Yeah, I'm a grumpy.
God wouldn't do that to me.
Yeah, well, he did it to me.
I know.
Oh, that was so good. That was so good. And drive off into the sunset, credits roll. What happened to Lorna?
I'm going to pick Lorna up from the hospital this afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, we're practically...
Okay. She's in the hospital. She's still alive. That's good.
This time we wait for the bomb squad.
Hey, look, you think I want to end up in uniform again?
I love that they just had like dialogue over the credits. That's so cool. I've never really seen that before. Wow, okay. I really, really enjoyed that movie. I have to debate about how good it was compared to the other two movies, but I really, really enjoyed that movie. And I'll talk about it in my review. But I thought they did an amazing job with the characters again. They did an amazing job going off of the old material, Lethal Weapon 1 and 2. I thought they really took great care in making a good movie instead of just making a movie that would make money because it's a franchise. You know what I mean? That was really good. And this end song, this credit song.
We ain't seen nothing yet, though.
Oh my god. It's another bomb squad situation. Oh wait.
Yeah, step on the gas. They're never gonna believe this. Oh, nobody saw it.
They're never gonna believe this.
Yes. Oh, I'm too old for this shit.
What an ending. Oh my gosh. And that was my reaction to Lethal Weapon 3. A 1992 action crime. It wasn't really an adventure movie, but amazing movie. I thought it was a pretty, maybe not an amazing movie, but a really, really fun, entertaining action movie with, again, great. I don't know why, but the Lethal Weapon movies, especially Riggs and Roger, they're like some of my favorite characters in film. I just like when they're together, maybe not when they're separated, but when they're together, their chemistry is so strong and so well written that it's just a blast. It's a blast whenever they're on screen. And again, this movie nails them, and I'll get to them later when I do the cast. I just wanted to get that off my chest. The movie nailed their characters again. I think overall, if I was to rate all the Lethal Weapon movies, the first one's my favorite, the second one's my second favorite, and this is my least favorite. And I have my reasons. I'll get to them in a second. But I think what has stayed the same on par with the first two movies, again, is the characters, Riggs and Roger, written beautifully. I think that Lorna is a step up from the second movie in terms of the female character. I adored Lorna. She was an amazing addition, and I'm so glad she's alive because I'm hoping she's going to be in Lethal Weapon 4. But I thought she was an amazing addition. I didn't know what to make of her at the start, and then she just grows on you, and she's awesome. I thought that they did a really good job with Joe Pesci as Leo. I thought he didn't have as much screen time as in the second one, but I think that really worked for his character, because if he had more screen time or the same amount of screen time, maybe I would have started to get annoyed with him again. I was starting to get a little annoyed with him at the end of the movie, but I really liked him at the start of the movie. So I think over time his comedy starts to wear on you. At least for me, his comedy starts to wear on you. So I'm glad that he had a little bit less screen time, I feel like. But he was still funny when he was on the screen, don't get me wrong. But I think some of the stuff that stepped down was the action and the finale and a little bit of the writing. Not the character writing per se, just the events of the writing, which I will get to. I'm going to start with the action of this movie because this is an action movie first and foremost. And actually, before I get into the action, I want to say that I'm so glad that the movie took time to develop its characters, and that there were a lot of very character-driven emotional moments and scenes in this movie, just like the first two movies. The creators, the director, the writers, the producers, the studio even, did not just see this movie as a movie to make money. Obviously, that's what they were thinking when they make it, because it's the third movie of a very popular franchise. You're going to want to capitalize on that. But they didn't just say, okay, stick these characters into a scene. Let's make it 2 hours long. We're going to make a ton of money. Let's not really put a lot of thought into it. It felt to me at least like there was a lot of care, a lot of thought put into this movie to make sure this movie not only delivered the money for the studio, but delivered a fulfilling story that continued off of Lethal Weapon 1 and 2 with the characters, with the action. It was just, I thought they did a really good job with that, and it really impressed me because not a lot of movies, besides the Marvel movies, I feel like, even though the Marvel movies are very much, let's give them money, I feel like Marvel movies do care about the movies itself, especially as they've gone on. They do care about the quality of the movies. Some Marvel movies are pretty bad or bland, I'd say, but a lot of them, in my opinion, are really, really well done, well crafted, with a lot of care, even though they're really big budget movies. And this movie felt kind of the same way. Not like it didn't feel like a Marvel movie, but it felt like they had just like a Marvel movie. There was a lot of care in this movie, even though it's a franchise that will make a lot of money at the box office, even if the movie was bad. And I'm sure everyone knew that, but they still decided to care about it. And so I really, really appreciate that as an audience member and as someone who really likes film as well. So congratulations to the Lethal Weapon 3 team. You have impressed me tonight. Anyways, the action. I thought the action was pretty good for the most part. I loved the action with Lorna. I thought she was so cool when she was kicking people and punching people and just fighting people. When she had that like 5-on-1 in the garage, so cool. That's when I fell in love with her character. That's when I was like, Riggs has to marry Lorna. There's no other character that's good enough for him besides Lorna. I'm glad that the lady in the second movie died so that Lorna could get introduced. That's so mean, but it's kind of true. I thought her action was great. I thought some of the stunts were fabulous. The car chase near the end of the movie when they're on the highway, from the train to the car, that was really creative, really well done. And when Riggs is on top of the car, when Riggs is on the motorcycle, so cool. Whenever they're on the highway and the real cars are crashing into real cars, like, I don't know, old movies, again, the stunts are always so much more cool and awesome because you know that they're real stunts, and you know that even though the actors are probably safe while doing them, it's still real things, like real jumps, real people on the hoods of the cars driving fast, real cars smashing into each other. And that's kind of something that in movies nowadays, even if it looks real, you're like, oh, it could be fake. Like, visual effects are good enough now to fake something and not make it look real. But back in those days, if it looked real, it was real, right? So I just really appreciate stunts from back then, especially fire stunts. I still appreciate fire stunts now. They're super dangerous. But there's a really good fire stunt at the end of this movie in the burning houses when the air basically gets lit on fire. And then the guy, like with a fireball, and then the guy catches fire. That was a really cool stunt. It lasted for like 5 seconds, but I appreciate that a lot. I love fire stunts. I think they're really, really cool. But I think for me, my favorite stunts were at the start of the movie when Riggs was sitting on top of, or when Riggs was trying to sitting on top of the bank car, and then he leaped over into the other bank car, and then he kind of crawled on top. That was just mind-bogglingly good. I loved that scene. It was so cool. It kind of reminded me of Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark when Indiana Jones is like climbing on the car and stuff. I don't know why it reminded me of that, but it did. I just really, really, really liked it. But the stuff that I did not like about the action, I like most of it, but the final action scenes with the main villain, I thought were very underwhelming. I thought that the villain's death was very underwhelming, and I thought that the fight between Riggs and the villain was very underwhelming. I was expecting a lot more. For example, in the first movie, the final fight is they're both doing like jujitsu or something like that, and it's really cool, really dramatic. In the second movie, the villain isn't a fighter, but there is an amazing action scene, and then Riggs gets shot and it's super dramatic, and then there's that amazing line, it's just been revoked from Roger, right? So it's still super dramatic in a different way. But in this one, it felt very underwhelming because there was the fist fight and then he was shot. And there was a really good line that was like, what did he say? It was something like, go to hell. And then it's like, you go first, or something like that. And it was a good line, not the best. It was my least favorite kill line of the 3 movies. It just like didn't hit for me. There was something missing about the fight. Like Roger should have really done something more. He gave Riggs the gun, obviously, but Roger should have been more involved in the fight, I believe, because that's the guy that made him that killed the kid in the first place. I don't know. There was just something about that final fight that was missing. There was like a puzzle piece, just one puzzle piece that was missing, and it just made me feel a little empty when I watched it. It was like, oh, he's dead. Okay. Like, I was expecting to go, yeah, he's dead, woo! Like, cheer and stuff like I did in the other 2 movies, like, woo! But in this one, I just was like, oh, he's dead. Okay, let's move on now. It was, yeah, I don't really know how to explain it. It was just very underwhelming for me. But besides that, I thought the action was really, really good. Another little issue I had with this movie was Roger's kind of emotional development from when he was on the boat drinking himself to death because he was super like upset about the kid that he had killed, which totally made sense. I have no problem with that. But his emotional development from that point to kind of like 20 minutes later where he was totally okay, or maybe not totally okay again, but almost back to his normal self. It felt like that was very rushed because they wanted to get that chemistry and the 2 actors to get back together making those jokes and stuff. It felt like he was super like curled into himself, super isolated in his mind and stuff, super confused, super like scared. And then there was that amazing talk on the boat, which was super emotional, and I loved that scene. And then like a scene later, he's making jokes again and he seems normal, even though I feel like he wasn't normal. Obviously he's showing a little bit more compassion to his son with the shaving scene and stuff like that. And then he says again, another kid. Like, you can still see that trauma's there, but it still felt like he became more normal or more back to normal than he should have. It kind of felt like they just dropped it so that they could continue that good chemistry between them, which I didn't mind because I love the chemistry between Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. But for the character, it felt like he recovered way too fast. Like, I feel like in that situation, it would have taken weeks to recover back to normal, but for Danny Glover's Roger, it took like a day, max 2 days, I feel like, to kind of come back to at least a semi-normal state. So I thought that was a little rushed. I understand it was for the movie, so the movie could actually continue with Roger in it. It just felt rushed and not very realistic to me. But besides that, the writing in this movie, besides that thing, I thought was really, really good. Especially for the characters. Again, the characters in this movie are the strongest parts of the movie for all the Lethal Weapon movies. I think the characters are the strongest parts, and the writing was amazing. The intro for both Riggs and Roger again, just introducing them back to the audience maybe after a couple years of not seeing them. For me, it was only a couple weeks, but for most of the audience, a couple years, I'm assuming, right? And their introduction puts you back into the world and gets you situated with the characters and makes you remember what the characters are like. And it's just so well done. You can tell that each character has a super different personality. You remember them, and it just like brings all their traits to the surface very quickly. And it's kind of like an opening to a TV show like The Office or something, where it has like that 20-second opener that doesn't really mean anything for the rest of the movie, for the rest of the show. And the opening didn't really have any complications for the rest of the movie besides making them like the patrol cops and stuff. But I loved it. It was just a really well done opening for the movie that gave us time to be with our characters again that we haven't been with in a while, and to get to know them, where they are at, what the relationship's like and stuff, all with just like this amazing dialogue and comedic timing and stuff like that. But I thought the jokes were really good. A lot of the jokes landed. I can't think of a joke that didn't land. Maybe some of them went over my head because I just didn't get the reference, but all the ones that I got the reference for or anything like that, I really liked. I thought the jokes were written very well. And another thing that I want to talk about, actually there's 2 more things I want to talk about for the cast. 1 is the music, and 2 is the directing, camera work, stuff like that. The music felt very similar but different to the first two movies. In the first two movies, there was like this smooth, slow jazz music that was really cool with this like lone saxophone, and it was so eerie, beautiful, and I loved it so much. And in this movie, they had like that saxophone music, but I felt like it was more cinematic. I don't know. It felt like there were more instruments, and that might be because someone commented, and it was a really cool thing that I never noticed, that in the first movie, both characters have their own sounds, and then at the end of the movie, the sounds converge into one piece because the characters are like working together. And I thought that's a really cool thing. And so maybe in this movie, that's the reason why it sounds like there's a lot more instruments, because both characters are working together. So both of their sounds are playing at the same time. But I never felt like I got, maybe there was and I just didn't notice it, but I never felt like I got that singular smooth jazz. Like the music had smooth jazz in it. It was just accompanied by a more cinematic background score as well. You know, does that make any sense? But that doesn't mean I didn't like the score. I thought the score was really, really good, and it really added to the movie, especially for the action scenes. The dialogue scenes could work with or without music. I think the acting is just good enough for that. So even if there wasn't any music, the acting is still like very powerful and very emotional and very well done. But for the action scenes, the music worked very, very well. And last thing before I get into the cast is the directing. The directing was really good in this movie. Very, very surprising. One of my favorite things about the Lethal Weapon movies, which I've noticed in all of them now, is that there's a lot of shots that last 20 seconds long that are very simple, just like moving with the characters in and out, panning in and out, like moving, a lot of like blocking for the characters and stuff, which is really kind of complex, but it looks very simple. But I like these longer takes because it lets the actors and the characters shine. Instead of all these like back and forth cuts and stuff, you have these long takes while the characters are talking, and it really lets, that are like pretty wide, like waist up or something like that, sometimes full body, and it lets the actors just play with the scene, play with the emotions, play with their body language and stuff like that as they're doing the scene. And it, I don't know, it immerses me at least more into the movie than just when someone's talking back and forth shots, like these actual shots that follow people in and out of frame through doors and stuff like that. Just really creative and very simple, kind of hard to notice at times. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this shot's been going for a while and I just didn't notice it. And sometimes I did notice it straight away because I was looking for it, because I just thought that into my head. But a lot of the times it just kind of goes unnoticed, but in a good way, because you don't want it. It's not trying to be fancy. It's just trying to tell the story well. And I think the directing was amazing in this movie. Just like the other movies, I think the directing was very, very, very good. Time to get to the cast. Mel Gibson as Martin Riggs. I don't know, just listen to my other two reviews. He is amazing as Martin Riggs. His emotion in this movie was really good, and his chemistry with not just Roger, which I'll talk about his chemistry with Roger probably more when I talk about Danny Glover as an actor, but his chemistry with Lorna, Rene Russo, is that how you say your name? Rene Russo, was exceptional. I did not expect it to be that good. It was on par with Danny Glover for me. They worked so well together, and I loved that they were basically, in a way, the same person. Obviously, Rene Russo at the start was more uptight, but as the movie progressed, she was definitely more Riggsy. That's my new word, Riggsy. Their chemistry was so good. Whenever they're on screen, I loved it. I was like, oh, Roger's not here, but they're together, so it's kind of okay, right? I was sad that whenever Roger was on screen, but they made up for it with their chemistry. I loved the scene where they were like showing each other's scars. It reminded me of Jaws, when like they're all showing each other their shark bites and stuff like that. And I was like, this is actually a really creative way to get the characters to kiss with the scars. I've never seen this before, like this happen. So it was a really, really interesting scene, really well done. And again, Mel Gibson's performance was exceptional as Martin Riggs when he was talking to Danny Glover's Roger on the boat and talking about how if he retires, then Mel Gibson's Riggs is pretty much retired too. Like whatever Roger does affects Riggs too. It was so well done. That whole conversation, I got chills. Their acting was just phenomenal. And then again, Martin Riggs, his quippy lines, his joke lines, the way he just presents himself on camera, Mel Gibson did an amazing job with that as well. He just is like, I cannot think of anyone else to play Martin Riggs besides Mel Gibson. Just amazing, amazing performance. Danny Glover as Roger. I said at the start of the movie, I wanted this to be his movie. Maybe not his movie, but more centered around Roger than Riggs, because I feel like the second movie was more centered around Riggs than Roger. And I think I got that. You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but this movie to me felt more like Roger's movie. Roger coming to terms with this kid dying, Roger coming to terms with his retirement, coming to terms with maybe losing his partner Riggs if he retires, stuff like that. So I think this movie was definitely more centered around Roger. While he may have had less screen time than Riggs, that's because he was dealing with this very depressive, very sad, tragic thing that had happened very recently in his life. So I totally understood that. And even though Riggs had more screen time, I think this was definitely Roger's movie. And I'm so glad it was. He was amazing in this movie. Just like the rest of the movies, Danny Glover is a standout. His chemistry with Mel Gibson is phenomenal. It is like they were born to act next to each other. His kind of more old, I don't know, what's the word for it? His old kind of, I'm going to say old, I didn't want to say old way of talking, but it's more like proper way of talking and doing things at least, compared to Martin Riggs's young, just let's just go at it kind of idea of how to do things, is such a good contrast. And the way that they love each other and like express that they love each other through making fun of each other and punching each other and stuff like that, just really, really well done. Whenever Mel Gibson and Danny Glover are on screen together, you know you're getting an amazing scene. Even if it's like fighting, there's still some really fun quips. And again, the timing of their quips with each other, their jokes, is like, it's like they can read each other's minds so that they know exactly when to go. It's just that good. It's so well done. And he does an amazing job, especially with the emotional scenes in this movie. I was pretty sure he wasn't going to retire because obviously there's a Lethal Weapon 4, and I think there might be making a 5th one now. So yeah, he can't retire because how else would there be a 4th one? So the 4th one definitely kind of spoiled the ending, I guess. But he hit the way that he kind of showed very subtly that he was scared that he was getting old with the shaving thing again, and there was the belt thing that he had and some other things that I forget about in the moment, but there were some other things. Like, that was really, really subtle, and he did such a good job at playing off of those subtleties. And then when he was on the boat again and he's crying and he's drinking and stuff, just very emotional. It hit me in the gut. I got so many chills when he talked, and I thought Danny Glover did an amazing job. Okay, I want to talk about 2 more characters and then quickly talk about Stuart Wilson as the villain. So Rene Russo as Lorna. I loved her. Favorite female character in this entire show, or in this entire movie series so far, this movie franchise. I'm kind of glad that the old one died in the second one so that Lorna could come into this one, but don't tell her that because that's really mean. She was so cool. I loved her, again, her chemistry with Mel Gibson was phenomenal. She played off of him really well, and I cannot think of someone better cast than her. Same for Danny Glover. I didn't say that about him, but Danny Glover is the perfect casting for Roger. Anyways, back to Lorna. Lorna was very quippy at the end of the movie, very funny, but at the start of the movie, very uptight. So I really liked that transition that she had. Also, the fighting was a big surprise, but it was so cool. I loved the fighting. And then again, all the moments she had with Mel Gibson blew me away. So I'm very glad she didn't die at the end, because that means Lethal Weapon 4 probably. Hey, I'm hoping that they get married or something. I don't know. I think she'll be very good for Riggs. But yeah, Rene Russo did an amazing job. Okay, finally, before we get into Stuart Wilson as Jack Travis very quickly, Joe Pesci as Leo. I'm glad he did not have a lot of screen time, because I feel like I would have gotten annoyed of his presence eventually. I was starting to get annoyed at the end when he kept interrupting the bath scene. I was like, oh my gosh, just leave already. But I think his comedy is really good. I think Joe Pesci is very good at doing what he does, and that is, at least I've only really seen him in this movie franchise, but he's really good at just talking really fast and saying just blabber, and I really liked it for the most part. So I thought he just did an amazing job at being this like very funny comedic person who kind of is dumb but doesn't know he's dumb. He's like blissfully ignorant, kind of, you know what I mean? I just think he did a great job. Okay, and finally Stuart Wilson as Jack Travis. I thought he was like an okay villain overall. I thought he was the weakest villain of the 3 villains so far. whenever he was on screen, I was like, he's okay, but I kind of want to get back to the three main cast members plus Joe Pesci. He was like, his intro was really cool when he killed the guy in concrete. That was a really good intro, and then it kind of like peters off, and he kind of just becomes this very average villain, ex-cop, which was cool, but again, average villain. I thought he played well, his role well. I thought Stuart Wilson played Jack well. I just think he didn't have much to do in the role for me, and again, I thought his death was very underwhelming. Okay, that is my review for Lethal Weapon 3. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these beautiful people right here for listening, or for supporting me, supporting my channel. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Huxley is not here right now, but she also says a big thank you. And thank you so much for listening to my review. If you made it this far, it means a lot for you to be listening to me talk. I know I have some nitpicks to say about this movie, so hopefully they weren't bad. Hopefully they had substance behind them. If they didn't, please let me know. And if you love this movie, if you don't like this movie, let me know in the comments. I really like listening or reading your comments. I read them all the time, so it's really cool to see like behind the scenes or just like opinions of a movie in the comment section. So again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next time for my next movie reaction.